Welcome back to the STRIVECast.
Yeah.
Season 2, episode 35.
Yeah.
Yay! Welcome back, everybody. We introduce ourselves.
Noah Harry, Noah Thompson.
Oh,
Sorry,
Noel,
what?
Harry Noel Thompson? Huh. Interesting.
Oh.
Jeff, you want to go next?
Yeah.
Hi.
I am Jeff, and I'm in a happy mood.
Good.
Great.
Thank God.
Susie and Jeff are here. I'm
That's
Pete.
right. I'm Olivia.
And I'm Ryan, the sound video engineer.
Yep. And last but not least,
Whit's
with
here.
another producer. All right. So the whole
As a witness.
family is here.
Great. Pete, who's our today?
Our guest today is from the National Auto Body Organization. He's going to talk about a program where they actually gift rides. to
Awesome.
Individuals. Our own Ryan is a recipient from that program, so we'll learn a little bit about that today.
Awesome. Sounds like fun. Sounds like we also have a fun Susie's Q's planned.
Yeah, that's Susie Q.
We are doing the bird sounds.
Bird sound
Bird sounds today. Can't wait.
called Who Tweeted This? That's what I heard.
Who tweeted
This. Yeah.
Hey, Pete.
Hey,
that a
Jeff.
little later?
Hey. When was the last time you shaved?
Well, probably right around the beginning of April.
Oh, see, I shaved.
I did it for about 2 weeks, and then Noel told me he didn't like it, so I shaved it, and then I started over.
Yeah.
Yeah, Noel was not into the beard, right, Noel?
Oh, yes.
Do you like his beard or no?
I like it both ways.
Okay.
I like to play with his mustache and call him Sipper Sipper.
No.
All right, it might make me shave tonight.
Yeah. Get rid of that.
Oh,
All right.
You like it, Jeff?
I think
it's kind of like a squirrel.
This is great.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Favorite episode. All right. Anybody else want to make fun of me before we move on to our interview?
Does oh,
thinking me and Rick are producing, so I got brought up the 9th of June of the 9th. That means me and Rick are producing team.
You guys
All
are.
right.
That's right.
Go team.
I'm gonna leave it as that. Excuse me.
All right. Good idea, Noel. All right. So when we come back, we'll have our interview. And Jeff, you know what to say. We'll be
Right back.
Please welcome Bill
Bill
and
and
Debbie.
Debbie. Yay. Welcome.
From the National Auto Body Council.
That's right.
So thanks for joining us today, guys. And I think we're going to jump right in. And Noel, you have our first question?
Yes, I do. Tell us about your job. What do you do?
Well, my role, I am the President and Chief Executive Officer of the National Auto Body Council. And our purpose in the collision industry is to represent the best image and the best foot forward of the collision industry. We create, facilitate, and promote community-based programs that really promote the collision industry in the local communities. And we have a various varied portfolio of initiatives that are available to our constituent base. They're able to execute those in the marketplace to give back to their local communities. And that is at no cost to them once they become a member of the National Auto Body Council. We're a national organization in the United States and one of the largest in the industry at large. And we are made up of members from across the collision industry, everybody from the people who manufacture the cars themselves to the people who provide parts, repair facilities, paint, materials, things of that nature, all the way through to the end of life of the vehicle, where it actually goes to the salvage yard and is either parted out in a recycled way or is crushed and goes purely to salvage. So the spectrum and the gamut from cradle to death, if you will, of a vehicle are represented within our constituent base.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. That's a
And
lot.
Jeff, you're up next.
Okay. How did you come to work there?
I can't go.
I missed the last part of that, Jeff. How did I what?
How do you come to work there?
Well, most of our folks on our team are scattered, if you will, across the country. Most people are working, our staff are working from their home offices. So we have, I believe, 5 staff members around the country. Debbie Robinson, who is on the call, is the president of our public relations and marketing firm. So we have some outside services as well. And we are also made up of a 21-member board of directors. And within that board of directors, we have 10 active committees that are working on the various initiatives. And each of those committees has anywhere from 5 to 15 members on each committee. So everybody's kind of scattered to the wind, but we have been in a virtual work environment from the very beginning. So as a lot of folks are now just experiencing this for the first time in the virtual work environment, this is our world day in and day out. So Zoom calls, GoToMeeting calls are a way of life for ours. Our committees meet weekly. We have, I'm on probably 8 to 10 of these types of calls a week with our various committees, our board, our executive committee, and our constituents as well. So we have a very diverse group, but everybody in a virtual office. So I hope that answers your question, Jeff.
Yes, it does.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah. Noel, back over to you.
Okay, what is your favorite part of your job?
I think, without question, the most rewarding thing about what I do day in and day out is I get to lead an organization that's second to none in what we do for our industry, and we are able to literally fulfill our mantra, which is changing and saving lives every day. We do that, you know, Ryan, I know you're a recipient of a vehicle through Recycled Rides. So Recycled Rides, we've now gifted in excess of 2,500 vehicles since 2007, which is a monumental task. So that's 2,500 people's lives and families' lives that have truly been changed. And we believe that in doing that, that's actually saved lives as well, because now people have reliable transportation. They can get to their jobs. They can get to doctor's appointments. They can get their children to school, to various events, things of that nature. So we believe from that standpoint, it's truly changed and saved lives. One of the other initiatives is our what we call is the FREE program, which is the First Responder Emergency Extrication, where we actually train frontline first responders on how to extricate victims in an automobile accident. And we do that with late model vehicles because first responders can go to the salvage yard and get older cars donated to them and practice on those vehicles. But the newer vehicles are more complex. They're a rolling piece of technology. And to train those first responders on how to extricate a victim from a late model vehicle safely and efficiently when seconds matter in saving lives, we believe and we know that that program, the first responder emergency extrication, is truly saving lives. And then our third initiative that we pushed dramatically is our distracted driving, which is an epidemic, if you will, for drivers 16 to say 32, although distracted driving is not age specific. It goes across the board with smartphones these days. But we try to educate people and get them off their phones while they're driving. So changing and saving lives every day is the most rewarding thing. To be at a gifting, Ryan, as you were a recipient of a vehicle, to see what that's going to do and hear the stories of what reliable transportation does for an individual or a family it just makes your heart warm. Same with first responders, and knowing that first responder walks away from one of our training sessions and says, I know now that if I roll up on an accident scene, I believe I've now got the skills to save an individual's life because I've learned something today that I didn't know before I was here. And that training was provided to me by someone from the collision industry. And those things are the rewarding things that come from my job on a day in, day out basis. I will tell you that there's a lot of moving parts to the National Auto Body Council and our constituents and our committees and things of that nature. And without all of those individuals and all those moving parts, this is not possible. So no one individual could execute against what we're here for by themselves. It is truly a team effort.
That sounds great.
Wow.
Jeff, I think it's back to you.
Yep, I got my second question right here.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, what is the most challenging part of your job?
I think the most challenging part of what we do is trying to cover all of our bases with our constituents. We, in 2019, gifted in the Recycled Rides program, for example, we gifted 435 vehicles. If you think about that, that's a run rate of about 2 vehicles per day. If you take a 5-day business week, we were gifting 2 vehicles per day last year. And prior to March of this year, we were on a run rate to exceed 500 vehicles. And we shut all that down as of the 1st of April. And we've gifted virtually no vehicles since then because of all the various shelter-in-place programs and stuff like that. But I think the biggest challenge is we have our constituents step up. They want to participate in a free program. They want to participate in recycled rides or distracted driving. And our greatest challenge is finding enough vehicles to feed those various projects that are going on. So, and our vehicles that are gifted to us come from primarily 2 sources. The majority of them, about 80% of the vehicles that we use in our programs come from insurance companies. They provide us the vehicles, whether it be for the free program or the recycled rides. And the other portion of the vehicles that we receive for these programs come from the rental car companies. And so, and then there's a very small piece that comes from individual donations as well. So our greatest challenge is fulfilling the request of our constituent base that says, I'm going to step forward, I'm going to do a free program or recycled rides, getting vehicles to to them in their shops, and allowing them to do the repairs, and then get those to the people in need in their community.
Wow.
Great question, Jeff.
Oh, thank you.
Uh-oh.
Thank you.
Noel,
Yep.
you're up.
Okay, let's see what we have here. It is, what's your favorite job?
It's what is one thing, Noel? That's the start of it.
One,
Yeah, it's the third question.
oh, one, two, oh, what do you think has changed the most field since you've started working in it?
I think the question, no, I think you got to scroll down a little, but I think the next question was, what is one thing you wish everyone knew about what you do?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a great question. As is with any organization, it's getting the message to our target audience, and that's our constituent base and those those folks in our collision industry that know that we have this available to them at other than their membership fees at no cost, because it really connects them with their community. The very inception of the National Auto Body Council was to enhance the image of the collision industry. For many years, the collision industry and someone's need for use of a body shop only occurs about once every 7 years on average. So in the years 25 years ago, we are now this year in 2020 celebrating our 25th anniversary of existence.
Wow.
25 years ago, the industry, a collision industry, was looked upon as this dirty, necessary thing, and the business was kind of off in a industrial area, and people's experience with that, with a body shop, was not good. You walked in, it was kind of dirty, dusty, things of that nature. The old school body shop, and the gentleman or whoever that came out to talk to you was covered in dust or has a painter's mask on because he's a jack of all trades. Today, when you walk into a body shop, it's like walking into a Starbucks. They are very high tech. Everything on the front of the shop is very high tech. Everything on the back of the shop is high tech. And so our greatest challenge is communicating to our constituent base that we have better, reliable transportation to someone in need in their community or an organization in their community, or train those first responders where a specific fire department, for example, can't afford the training or to get a late model vehicle to train on. I think just communicating that to our constituent base is our greatest challenge. And I would tell you, in the last 2.5 years, we've made quantum leaps in doing that, in our ability to communicate with our constituent base, in our ability to communicate to our industry partners. And in doing so, it's reflected in the number of programs that we're executing in the marketplace around the country.
And along those lines of getting the word out, do you have a website or something that you can share?
We do. That's a great question, Pete. Our website is obviously www.nationalautobodycouncil.org. nationalautobodycouncil.org. We are also on all social media platforms. We are on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. So we update that on a regular basis. And again, we can look at the numbers and what we've been able to do in the last 2.5 years. And I will give props to Debbie Robinson, who is on the call, to her and her team for assisting us in being able to do that. we communicate on a regular basis. There's not probably every other day, every third day, we're pushing something out on one of our digital platforms.
We'll be sure to tag you in social media when we release this podcast.
That would be wonderful. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Absolutely.
I lost track, but I think it's now Jeff. Is that right?
Yes, Pete.
You're up.
Okay. If you did not have this job, what would you do for work?
That's a great question. I've been involved in the marketing communications industry for almost 40 years. So I've been involved in some form or fashion of the marketing communications industry. I ran advertising agencies for a number of years, but about 20 years ago, I got actively involved in the collision industry. I've served on virtually every board of director of the collision industry trade associations. I was the chief marketing officer for the largest collision shop organization on the planet prior to this. And then I've been a consultant to many companies in the industry. So if I weren't in this position with the National Auto Body Council, I'd still be an advisor and consultant within the collision industry in some capacity. I had the pleasure of serving many clients over the years with great success. I've made a lot of friends and believe that our industry does make a difference in our communities and in the workplace in general. But that's a great question, Jeff. My ideal job, you know, if I didn't have to do anything specific, I'd be a boat captain in the Caribbean.
Ooh.
Oh, that sounds nice.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, I'd have a charter boat, and I'd be a boat captain in the Caribbean, and I'd be entertaining all of you on our boat for a nice cruise through the BVI to Joost van Dyke, someplace like that. We'll go over to Foxy's and we share some Caribbean style with you guys.
Nice.
Amazing.
We'll take that offer. Definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Mr.
All right.
Thompson, you've got our last regular question.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay.
How can people learn more about the
Recycled.
recycle?
Well, the
Rides
best
program?
source of information for our recycled rides is probably our website. On the website, there are tabs in there in www.nationalautobodycouncil.org. There are tabs for the various programs that we have. And on recycled rides specifically, you can click on that tab and go in there and learn more about that. It's an interesting process with recycled rides. It starts with a constituent of ours stepping forward and saying, we would like to do a recycled rides. And then the process begins. We have a program manager. That person, the program manager, kind of walks them through every step of the way and coaches them through that. So we have, in many cases, a body shop that says we want to do this. We then go out and we start searching for a vehicle for one of our insurance partners, insurance or rental car companies partners to find a vehicle. If the body shop has not identified the charitable organization in their community, we have the ability to do that on a national level, and we do that with an organization called Family Promise. And Family Promise has tentacles, if you will, across the country into almost every market. And then we identify the local charity. That local charity then steps forward and starts doing their due diligence in finding qualified recipients in the local community. And we have a very specific criteria for that. So all this is going on at the same time. We're doing all of our due diligence on the back end. Let's find the vehicle. Let's get the vehicle to the location, yada, yada, yada. We're scheduling the vehicle for repair in the shop. We're trying to get all the parts, materials, and everything to refurbish that vehicle. And with an end date, you know, about 90 days in advance from the time the shop steps up to the time the vehicle is gifted is about a 90-day window. So there was a lot of moving parts going on at that time. And so recycle sales are pretty well outlined in our on our website under the Recycled Rides program. We have received many levels of national recognition for being able to do that. And again, us personally, in our 25th year of existence, we on March 13th of this year gifted our 2,500th vehicle, which is a milestone. That represents about $36 million of vehicles that were gifted through the Recycled Rides program under the National Auto Body Council.
That's great. That's amazing.
We are very blessed and very proud and very happy to have assisted and been a part of. Our program manager has always used the term, we're not giving a handout, we're giving a hand up. And I think to be able to give a hand up to 2,500 deserving individuals, Ryan, you among them, in the process is something to be very proud of.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I think those were all of our regular questions. And now, guys, what is it time for? Time for the
Lightning round.
lightning round.
Now I'm nervous.
Oh,
Yeah.
with
Jeff goes
reason,
first, right?
Okay, yeah, Jeff, you always go first in the lightning round. What do you got?
Okay, Pete. What's your favorite leaf on a tree?
What was the question?
What's your favorite leaf on a tree?
I like holly trees.
All right.
I like holly trees.
Okay. Noel, up to you.
Yep. Okay. Summer hat or winter hat?
Hat?
Yeah, would
Yeah.
you like a summer hat or a winter hat?
Summer hat.
Okay. Jeff.
Okay. What is your favorite takeout restaurant?
Ooh.
It's a restaurant called Nakado. It's a sushi restaurant not far from where I live, and they have a Nakado sushi roll. Excuse me, not Nakado, Kazuko. Their signature roll is a Kazuko roll, and that's my favorite. I could live on Kazuko rolls.
Well, you're speaking Jeff's language now because he's a sushi guy, right?
There
Jeff?
you go.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Noel?
Now, Jeff, do you eat eel? Do you eat eel sushi?
Not very often.
There you
Yeah.
go.
I can't do it.
I know I can't either.
Yeah.
I mean, I try, but
Yeah, I can't do it.
okay. Okay, Bill.
Noel?
Yeah, what is your favorite kind of street?
Favorite kind of street?
Yeah.
Well, I would have to say I live on a unique street that only by its name. The street I live on is called Celebration. So that's my favorite kind of street is Celebration.
Okay. How about one more each? Jeff, your last one?
Okay. Do you like flowers?
Love flowers. Planted all the flowers around the house for the spring. My goal every year is to have all the annual flowers, not the perennials, but the annuals planted by Mother's Day. So we had all that done, and so far so good.
All right. Noel, your last one of the lightning round.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh.
Chili burger or a regular hamburger?
What is a cherry burger?
Chili
No.
burger?
Oh,
Well,
Oh.
if it's good chili, definitely a chili burger. You know, you can get a regular burger any day, but if it's good chili, absolutely, I'm all in for the chili burger. It's just I have to take medicine after the fact to live through it, but it's all worth it.
Totally. Awesome.
Great
Well, I
question.
think those, yeah, I think those were all the questions that we had for you. So thank you so much for coming on the show today. We really appreciate it. That was awesome.
Well, thank you so
And the
much.
website, one more
Olivia.
time, is nationalautobody.council.org, and you can also find them on social media. So thanks again, Bill, for
Absolutely.
coming on.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much, guys.
Thank
Have a
you.
great
Thank you,
rest
you
of your
guys.
day.
Hey,
All right.
thank you, Bill.
Thanks,
You're
guys.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon.
All right. And Jeff, what do you say?
Be right back.
The STRIVECast is brought to you by
Jeff?
Anami, Maine.
By NAMI, Maine.
By NAMI Maine. Yay! Shout out to our friends at NAMI Maine. And today we're going to tell you about their provider match program. So NAMI's provider match program is in addition to their regular helpline services. It is looking to connect volunteer mental health providers to individual in need of support for brief, like 15 to 30-minute one-time check-ins. If you're a mental health provider interested in volunteering your time to assist people in need during the COVID-19 crisis, please go to namimaine.org. If you are an individual interested in receiving the support, please contact the NAMI Maine Healthline at 800-664-5767 and press 1, or email helpline@namimaine.org. So thanks to our friends at NAMI Maine for sponsoring the show. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, NAMI.
Thanks, Mommy.
Jeff, we'll be.
We'll be right back.
All right, we're back, and it's time for
Ask Noah.
Ask Noel.
If you had a poetry, I can read you Ask Noah.
Beautiful. Ask Noel. And Pete, who wrote to Noel this week?
It is our friend James from Lewiston.
Oh,
I think
James.
he might have written in once before, but definitely a long time.
Yeah, I think so too.
And James asked, what are some good things that he can do for fun this summer while social distancing?
Great question. What do you think, Noel?
Okay. Social distancing. That means he can take his time and 6 feet apart
Mm-hmm.
and do some push-ups, but stretches, and keep himself safe inside.
That all sounds good. What are some things he can do for fun?
Oh, go to the beaches.
Yeah, as long as you're safe there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What else? Anything else?
And take some vitamin C. Beautiful sun.
Okay. How about Jeff? You got anything that our friend James from Lewiston could do, maybe?
Go surfing.
Surfing. That's probably safe. Out in the social distancing.
Yeah.
No,
Good.
you've been doing some things with your parents that I think are pretty socially distant outside.
Mm-hmm.
What are those?
Going on hikes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Bike riding, I think, too, might be one.
Yeah.
I love doing that.
Susan's been bike
If you,
riding.
walking.
Walking is a great one. Yep. You just have to be careful. Make sure you're away from people, right? And if somebody's on the path at the same time as you, you might pull over and let them go by and all those good things, right?
Oh, walking to the Royal River and just sit down and watch the river.
That's good.
That's very peaceful.
Yeah.
Wearing mask.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wear a mask. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of places, especially in Maine, where we live, are requiring masks right now. So, all right.
Yeah.
Well, Noel, anything else for our friend James from Lewiston?
Oh, yes. Don't wear a heavy lawn shirt, but wear a short sleeve bunting shirt.
A short sleeve button-up shirt?
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. Always can have more fun when you're wearing a short sleeve button-up shirt. All right, well, thanks for listening, James. We appreciate it. And
Yeah.
if you have a question for Noel, you can send it to us in an email. Please send it to us in an email at STRIVECast, STRIVECast at pslstrive.org. Thanks. Noel, do you want to sing us out?
If you had a bone, if you're barking up with a dog, you have a door and you ask the Noel.
Ask the Noel.
Noel. All right, Jeff, what do you say?
What?
What do you say? We'll be
right back.
Bunny foo.
All right, we're back, and it's time for Yakkin.
Yeah, he'll be Pete.
Yakking with you.
Yakkin with Pete and Jeff. Guys, what are we yakking about today? We got big yakkin news.
Oh, yes, we do, Pete.
What are we going to talk about? What are we yakking about?
You know.
Strive Rocks Virtual Edition.
Yeah.
Woo!
Coming up July.
Yeah!
17th.
Woo!
All right. So do you want to talk about it a little bit, or do you want to show them your dance moves while I talk about it?
Yes, let's do that.
Okay.
That sounds perfect.
All right, let's do it. So we're really excited that we announced on Friday last week that we're going to be holding our online Strive Rocks edition, the Strive Rocks All Night, from 8 p.m. on July. I'm really distracted by Jeff. On July 17th to 8 a.m. on July 18th. And people can get involved by visiting striverocks.org to register. Only $20, $25 if you want a t-shirt. And we also have some MVP and VIP levels. So go to striverocks.org to check it out. But it's going to be more than just dancing, because who can compete with these guys? But we have an all night of games and special events and special guests popping in throughout the night. And it's definitely going to be a memorable night to stay up all night for a good cause. So check it out, July 17th, Strive Rocks Virtual Edition. Lots of great things ahead and more to be announced as we go forward. We've got a Facebook group if you're interested in being updated regularly. That's probably the best way. Or just keep checking back to striverocks.org. Noel, did you have any moves you wanted to show us here, buddy?
Not really.
You can't compete.
But I do have a little one.
All right, let's see it. I'll put.
Yeah.
Little bunny foo foo. I wanna see you.
Oh, that's for kids.
Back to Jeff.
Here comes the great fairy.
All right.
Do the funky chicken over.
What is happening?
All right. So just
All
took
right. Well,
12
that was very
hours of this.
informative, Pete.
Yeah, striverocks.org. Jeff, you got anything else you want to yak about? Any questions or anything?
One thing about a moose.
What about a moose?
All right, Jeff, we'll be.
We'll be right back.
STRIVECast is brought to you by
Nami, Maine.
Nami, Maine.
Nami, Maine. So again, Nami Maine is our sponsor this week, and we're here to tell you about their provider match program. So we talked about it a little before, but just again, this is a way to connect volunteer mental health providers with people who are needing some mental health assistance during the COVID-19 crisis. So you can visit the Nami Maine website, which is namimaine.org. Or you can contact the Nami Maine helpline at 800-464-5767 and press 1, or you can email helpline@namimaine.org. So thanks again to Nami Maine for sponsoring the show, and definitely check out this resource if you know someone in need. Thanks, Nami.
Thanks, Nami.
Thank you.
Nami.
Okay, and
Bring
Jeff?
Down Nami House.
Jeff?
Yeah,
Will be.
we'll be right back.
Now we're back and it's time for
Susie's cues.
Susie's cues. Want to sing your
Susie cues. I love my assignment, but I love to. Who tweeted this? Is Susie's
Yep, yep.
cues.
Susie's
All right.
cues. All right. And what are we playing today, Susie?
Well, who tweeted this, girl?
Who tweeted this? Pete, want to explain how to play?
Sure. So who tweeted this is not about Twitter. This is about birds. And I think
Oh, not Twitter bird.
not Twitter birds, but bird birds.
It can't wait.
Okay. And so Susie's going to read us some information and about the game, and then I think that she's going to play some bird
Mom.
noises. Okay. So Susie, why don't you take it away?
This is a bird
No.
can be found around lakes, Maine. When it picks up a spot to a bird its nest, it gives this call to let others know to stay away.
Okay,
You
let's hear it. Oh, sorry.
May, Mom,
No, just.
you might hear this call on the warm summer night. What is it?
Ooh.
Ooh.
That is
Jeff and Noel, what bird is that?
Is that an owl?
A barn owl, B, seagull, or common loon.
That's not a seagull.
So is it an owl, a seagull, or a loon?
A loon.
It's a wolf.
A wolf? It's a bird.
We're talking about birds, Jeff.
Wolf bird.
It's not a bird. I can tell a difference.
You're going to go with D, a wolf?
A bird and a wolf.
Yeah.
I go with a loon
I'm going to go with Noel and a loon, too.
because it come in dawn time.
All right, Suze, what is it? What's the right answer?
A,
No,
let
C.
me see.
A loon.
A loon. Yay.
Yeah.
Nice job, Pete and Noel.
Because it comes in dawn.
Right.
This bird can be also be found near freshwater
That's right.
when it is looking for a mate. You'll hear this bird tweet. When we have a pair of these birds right here in Capacic Park.
Ooh.
What is it?
Oh.
Because this is a water bird.
Okay.
A, Noe, white egret. D,
No, B.
B, cardinal. Or C, robin.
Yeah, tough one.
Ah.
Do they live in water?
Near.
Near.
Okay. So,
Actually, it's Pete. Pete.
so what is B and A?
Pete.
What is B and A?
Susie, could you read the choices again?
Egret, cardinal, or robin.
Egret, a cardinal, or a robin?
I'll pick a
Egret.
Well, I'll stay with the boys. I'll go egret too then.
Me too.
I think it is secret.
Secret. All right.
Hey, all right.
Nice job.
Okay, Mom.
How do they do that?
This bird
Magic.
can
How do they-
stand 3 feet tall. You can also find him at Pacific Park. You might hear him if you come near his nest. He
Mm.
he is a
Hold on.
bald eagle, horned owl, or
Mm.
Karen.
hearing.
Oh, that was a hard
So
one.
what's the sound it makes? What's the sound, Susie?
Here, listen.
Listen,
That's not a bald eagle. Okay. What is A and B?
It's a dog, Pete.
It does sound like a dog. I think you're right.
bald eagle,
Yeah,
horned owl, or hearing.
Or
a blue
herring.
heron. A blue heron.
Correct window.
No, you know your birds.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
three
your
for three.
birds, Noel.
Yeah.
A sea.
Here.
Blue heron. Nice.
Wow.
Okay. You might hear this noisy bird in the fall flying overhead in a V shape. It is it. It is blue jay, geese, or sea pelican.
You guys know this one. What does that sound like?
It's like dingoes.
Dingoes.
Yeah, because I know the dingo. Pete,
What?
it's a dingo. It's not a bird.
They're all birds, dude.
Susie,
No
can you
wolf.
read the answers again?
Yes, there could. Yeah,
A, blue jay.
that's not a blue jay.
D, and B, turn the goose, or C, as in courier, pelican.
Huh.
I think it's a pelican.
I think you're.
Yeah, it sounds like a pelican.
Pelican.
All right, what's the answer, Suze?
It's Canada geese.
Canadian goose.
The geese.
Wow. Well, pretty good, Noel. 3 out of 4.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Thank you, Susie. That was awesome.
Thanks, Susie. Good game.
Thank you, Susie.
Okay.
Oh, do you got one more?
My the
Your theme song?
ending is ending song for you guys.
Okay, go
Go
for it.
ahead.
Oh, what it is.
Excuse, I miss my team, and
Thank you.
Susie's cues.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, Suze. And
You're
Jeff will
welcome.
be.
We'll be right back.
All right, we're back, and it's time to.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Hold up.
Wrap it up. Wrap it
Wrap, wrap,
Okay.
wrap.
up.
Wrap it up.
Wow.
We have a lot of people to thank today.
Go for it.
All right. So we are going to first thank our guest, Bill, from the National Auto Body Council for coming on the show. The CEO, that was a pretty big deal, guys. So that was really cool. So thanks so much to him.
President and CEO.
Yeah, incredible. So that was a big deal and a great interview. You guys did a great job. Thanks so much to this week's sponsor, again, NAMI Maine. And if you want to contact them for assistance, their phone number is 800-464-5767. So thanks so much to NAMI Maine for sponsoring the show. And thanks to our team. Thanks to Whit and Suze, our producers, and Ryan, our sound and video engineer. And Pete, want to just quickly talk about Strive Rocks Online again before we go?
Sure, just real quick. Strive Rocks Virtual Edition, July 17th. It's a Friday night, and it's going to go from 8 o'clock on Friday night to 8 a.m. on Saturday morning, and we hope everybody will join us. We're thinking we might have 500 plus people there from all over the country. So tune in. $20 gets you in and gets you the link, and then for $25 gets you a commemorative shirt and lots more fun and games ahead. And I can't compete with that. So visit striverocks.org to find out all the information that you need. I think we're done here. Anybody else have anything to wrap up?
Not really.
Not really.
Liv, did you abandon me? Okay, then I guess, on behalf of our whole podcast team, Jeff and Noel, our hosts, and Whitney and Susie, our producers, and Ryan, our video and sound engineer, thanks very much for watching. And I guess we'll say goodbye and see you next week.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You guys.
Bye, everybody.
See you in the Muppet Show.
All right. Bye. Thanks for
Bye.
watching. Please share.